Welcome to day 4 of the Ubuntu Summit 2023, or the third day of the summit itself and the fourth day of my trip. So normally I would record a wrap up of the day and let you know what happened and, show you some stuff that happened. But this time I have so much footage that I'm going to not be able to do that right now. I had a blast at the Ubuntu Summit. It was awesome. There were so many cool things. The city of Riga is fantastic. There's lots of interesting places to eat. There's some cool there's a thing called Old Town that has a bunch of nice statues, and the architecture is really cool. And although there is a McDonald's in Old Town, that's kind of weird. But we didn't eat there. Just to be clear, no one that I know of ate at McDonald's, because if you're going to be in a different country, why would you eat McDonald's, right? So there's a lot of cool stuff. I loved it, and I can't wait for next year. It's going to be even better, I suspect, because last year was great. This year is even better, and next year is probably even better than this. So I can't wait for that. But I'm going to tell you about all the cool stuff that happened, and it's just a fun ride, and I have a lot of footage for this day. A lot.
And I guess we do have time for questions, or you'll have to watch me die.
Okay, let's give it a moment. Thanks to you. Thanks everyone. See you this evening. See you somewhere on a conference, or at latest at the next Ubuntu Summit. All right, that's a wrap.
both of us. Yeah.
How did you find it? So I'm suddenly on mic. What was? How did you start getting involved with Ubuntu in the first place?
In my middle school days, when I was about 12 or 13, I wanted to have a computer. So my mom bought me an older computer off of Facebook. She spent probably $100 on the thing. So Windows, I would constantly break it. I would mess with the registry. I would do all sorts of things. And I'm like, gosh, I really wish there was an operating system that I could use that is extensible, that I can actually modify that base without completely breaking Windows. So I started doing some looking, and I came across Linux, and I did a Google search of, what's the easiest Linux distribution to get started with? What's the best community? So that would be Ubuntu, and since I had an older machine, that ended up being Ubuntu. I figured out everything was open source, and I popped my head in, and the rest is history.
So I am here in the after party for Ubuntu Summit, and it's actually pretty cool. It's in this, I guess it's a bar, slash Art Deco. I don't know, but we're going to talk to some people and see what they thought about the summit. I am here with the Lord Eggroll himself, the Duke of Glory.
As they've been calling me Mr. Glorious.
Exactly.
I don't go by Mr. Glorious. They call me Mr. Glorious.
Mr. Glorious is what he just said. His name is Mr. Glorious.
That's true. For anybody that wants to know, they actually just call me Eggy.
How is Eggy better than Mr. Glorious? I would take Mr. Glorious.
Eggy is just a nickname that stuck with me forever. Everybody else here has been calling me Mr. Sir Glorious of Gloriousness. I'm like,
yes, Lord Glorious of the Eggroll, of course.
Yeah, no.
What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
It's a great event. I was extremely happy to see that they invited a lot of people involved with gaming, even though it doesn't have anything directly to do with Ubuntu itself. It's just one of the distributions that you can play games on. But like they invited me, person behind Proton. They also invited Glorious Eggroll. They also invited people behind Heroic Launcher, which runs on any distribution. But basically, that's created a small gaming block here. It was very nice.
Nice. What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
Was alright. It was kind of fun to meet like me and the 4 other Linux gaming people here IRL. It was kind of fun, but
I loved it. Again, just like he said, I'm glad that they invited a lot of people in the Wine Linux gaming community as like project leads in general. I think it was really cool. I like that it's very desktop focused in general, like with a lot of the other people that they invited. So they had someone else they invited that had a presentation on snapping Windows applications, which pertains to games in particular. And they also had the portals, the XGG portals presentation, which was really cool for learning more about flat packing things.
What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
I thought it was great. Honestly, it's my first time, and there was such a diverse set of talks, and I loved it. Really, it was an honor to speak, and it was an honor to listen to other speakers.
It was great. It was the first time for me too, and I'm not a tech person, and I thought the talks were easy enough so I could understand. So that was great.
Nice. Perfect time for an interview, don't you think? Perfect time.
This is a good time, yeah? This is definitely the perfect timing for an interview. Yeah. I agree.
Okay, then perfect. So, what did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
Awesome sphere, awesome. It's a fresh breath of air for everyone who has been working on something along those lines in the Ubuntu world or in the broader FLOSS world. It gets to see the people, gets to know each other, gets to enjoy the whole experience together. It makes a difference. Really makes a difference.
Yeah. So, if you had only 30 seconds, which I'm giving you 30 seconds,
okay,
could you explain in like an elevator pitch what UBports does?
So UBports is the continuation or UBports is the community behind the continuation of Ubuntu Touch. So we are providing Ubuntu Touch to devices from various form factors, from smartphones to tablets to even scenarios where those lines blur. And you can use the device as a desktop as well. So we are keeping the dream alive, and looks pretty good to me, if you ask me.
I agree completely. And also, you did it in 30 seconds. Well done.
There we go.
Random ambush interview.
Yes.
What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
It was really great. I really liked it. I really appreciate it, and it was. I couldn't believe when invitation was accepted, because like I felt all the time that it's only for Ubuntu guys, and like it's just some mistake that it's so open to anyone else. Yeah.
So, what did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
Same.
You were also surprised that your registration went through?
Yeah.
What did you think about the summit?
I think it was a great place to connect with like-minded people, has very good positive energy, and I think it's a great source of motivation. Yeah, so I totally liked it, and I recommend it to all my friends. So.
Nice, nice. Random ambush interview.
Sure, let's go.
What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
It was a lot of fun. Go to linuxlads.com and we'll have a whole episode about it.
Have you been to my marketing talk?
Yes, not this year, but I went last year.
Well done, because you applied to the marketing immediately.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm impressed. I mean, I guess we could be done with the interview now, because you've learned everything you need to know.
Hello, Mike. How you doing?
Pretty good. How did you like the summit for the first time, not being a part of Ubuntu?
No, second time.
Second time. You were. I thought you were back to that last time.
I was here last time.
But you were. I thought you were still a part of it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so.
Well, how did you like this one in comparison?
It was very good. So last year was excellent, but I feel like they up to the speaker quality and the talk quality this year.
Yeah.
Felt a bit more polished, a lot more professional.
Agreed.
Loads more community people here as well, so the numbers were up. There's way more interesting people here to chat to at these sorts of things. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, because how do you build on this?
I'm glad you said that it's, the talks are better, and I still did a talk.
I did go to your talk, actually.
Oh, really?
We both enjoyed it. It was a very good talk. You were on point. You were right.
Thank
you were
you
not
very
wrong. Yeah,
That's important.
And it was also a good talk with, useful words rather than reading off, acres of words on slides. It's nice to hear an actual presentation, someone speaking from experience and the heart.
Yeah, thank you very much. I had one slide. I should tell you. So I had a plan. It didn't work because the slides failed. I was going to have one slide. All it was a tuxdigital.com website.
Right.
And at the very end of the talk, I was going to say, so you may have noticed that there's only one slide.
Right.
The reason for that is that this is marketing. You've been staring at this for 30 minutes.
So I appreciate that, but I also like the fact that it was an actual presentation. I think a lot of people in their normal lives make the mistake of presentations where every word they say is on the slide, and nobody's there to see the words on the overhead projector. They're actually there to see the person speaking to them.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the things I enjoyed about your talk, is you were center stage and you held everyone's attention for the duration of the talk.
Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't think I can get a better response, so I'm just going to turn the camera off. Surprise interview.
Oh, yes. Hi, Michael.
What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit this year compared to last year?
I think that this year was really powerful. Many people, myself included, said that the connections and the caliber of speakers and attendees was definitely something they didn't expect. They really enjoyed how many representatives from across open source were able to help them or broaden their horizons or give them that missing puzzle piece. So definitely really good conversations, really amazing workshops, and I think the events were really interesting inside it. There were drone submarines, there were a lot of lightning talks where people had to say a lot of information in a short amount of time. I loved it.
Yeah, nice. You were very prepared for that somehow.
It's after 3 days, you kind of know what's happening in the summit. So, yeah. I also watched your vlog. So.
Oh, okay, that's cheating then.
I only watched day one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, day 2 didn't come out until the day 3 technically. So, I mean, the end of day 3.
I'm staying tuned.
What did you think about the summit?
Well, I mean, a great event and a bunch of great people. Not much more to say.
Nice, nice. Short and sweet. I like it. I'm here with Nate from Linux Saloon and Linux Out Loud. What did you think about the Ubuntu Summit?
Well, I thought it was fantastic. A lot of great talks, meeting a lot of the people that I see online or have talked to online for years, and I actually get to meet them in person and see that they're just as interesting people in person, even more so than online. And so it's kind of like the idea of like you're never supposed to meet your hero. Well, I've met a bunch of them, Michael being one of them. He's even better in public, in person than he is, met in public too, in person than I'm just on the screen. And I've had so much fun. I've learned a lot, made a lot of really great connections, and it's very motivating in my my IT career by being here. It absolutely amplifies my motivation. And also, meeting Mark Shuttleworth, that was a highlight in and of itself. What a treat. What a great guy. Super. I could go on and on and on, but you said 30 seconds, so I should probably cut it off at some point, right?
Maybe a little bit.
Is that good enough?
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video where I show you the back, and I'll give you my overall thoughts of the experience, not just the daily, but the entire Ubuntu Summit, and just what my favorite parts were and things like that. So be sure to look out for that. And if you have liked these so far, please sure to subscribe, because I'm going to make a lot more content like this. Maybe not exactly vlog style, because I won't be at a conference all the time, but I'm gonna make a lot more of these kinds of videos where it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, so subscribe, get some more content, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh wait, right. We end these videos like this.
You already like this, forget